Well, we are live, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get this party started. Good evening, people. Welcome to the Champions League review of Inter versus Liverpool. I've got alongside me Mr. Nazario, Inter fan. How are we doing, sir? You good?
All good, Shigs. How you doing, my brother?
I'm good. I'm looking forward to this. This is my first ever Champ League preview on this channel. So you're breaking my duck. So thank you, bro. Thanks for coming on board.
I feel honored, my bro. I feel honored.
That's what we like to hear. So tomorrow is a big day at the San Siro. Inter versus Liverpool. How you feeling about it? How you feeling about it now? How you feeling about them, bro?
Boy, it's big moment for us, man. I'll be honest. We haven't been in the Champions League knockout stages since 2011, the 2010-11 season, which is absolutely unacceptable for a club of our stature. So I'm excited. I'm very excited. I'm not going to lie and say I wanted to face Liverpool this early on. In the first draw we got Ajax. I still respect Ajax.
Oh yeah, they had to do that twice, didn't they?
Yeah, man. Obviously, of course, I respect Ajax. Great club, great history. Even today, they're a very good team. But I would have much rather faced Ajax this early on.
I get it.
There's a lot of Inter fans, however, who would rather kind of, face the best now. And I've even heard some fans say, if we go out, at least we can just focus on the league from early rather than going deep and then getting knocked out by Bayern later on.
Ooh,
I don't really...
Okay. You don't subscribe to that, no?
Nah. Me, Champions League is...
That's where it's at.
That's what I love, man.
These are the champions.
I'm a fan, and when I hear that music, it sends shivers down my spine.
You know what always makes me laugh? You know when they do the pan, when they pan through the players, and you see them all wiggling and shaking their shoulders.
They're all trying
to be cool, innit?
They're trying to calm, yeah. They're all, especially when you see a debutant and the camera goes to him, you can tell that he's proper trying to play it cool, man. But that Champions League music, it just does something.
It brings out something. We've got a couple people on the live putting a few chats. So we've got Ben saying, better late than never. I know, technical difficulties, bro, but we're here now. We move, innit? To Abdullah. Abdullah says, yeah, my guy Nazario in the cut. Yeah, I said, you know this, man. I had to get him on the team, man. I had to get him on the team. Out to Ben as well. He says, enjoy your 2 games in the CL knockouts while it lasts. Oh, mate. Shots fired from early. I see you, Ben. I see you.
Ben's been talking a lot. I
know, but he said it with his chest, bro. He said it with his chest. Out to Dow's, he says, yes, Shigs, bro. How are we? All right, we're very well, bro. We just did a quick intro before the PSG Madrid game starts. So, yeah. So I wanted to ask you just how, because I know obviously Kante left and they brought in Inzaghi. How do you think he's done?
Bro, I think he's done an incredible job. Like,
really?
Honestly, to take over in the situation that he took over in.
Yeah.
People are always talking about Lukaku and Hakimi because they got sold, but they keep missing out Eriksen.
Yeah.
Eriksen under Inzaghi, I genuinely believe he would have hit new heights in his career. Like Inzaghi, the way he plays football.
Yeah.
For Lazio, he had Luis Alberto sort of playing that role, and he made Luis Alberto look amazing. Yeah. Now we got Calvert.
Wasn't that the guy that used to play for Liverpool?
Yeah. He revived his career, man. Yeah. Inzaghi done. So I think Eriksen under Inzaghi, I think he would have looked even better than he did under Conte.
Yeah.
So to take over in that state, and we got Çalhanoğlu to replace Eriksen, Dumfries to replace Hakimi.
Yeah.
Dzeko and Correa to replace Lukaku.
Yeah, Dzeko's experienced of spanking at Anfield, so I'm glad he's in your team. He can tell you, man. I said Dzeko's experienced of spanking at Anfield, so he can tell you, man, what it's going to be like when you come Anfield, isn't
it? Yeah. Hopefully, man. I'll do it. Gosens as well. If I'm not mistaken, he scored against you a couple of seasons, a couple of years ago. I might be mistaken.
Gosens. He might have.
Robin Gosens for Atalanta. Yeah, he played for
Oh
Atalanta
yeah,
at
yeah.
the
He
time.
did.
Yeah.
He
But
did.
he's not fit for today, but he should be there for the return leg. I'm not sure if
Okay.
he'll play. But yeah, so Inzaghi, honestly, I can't give him enough credit. Like I said, Dumfries and Çalhanoğlu and Dzeko, I like, all three of them have performed well this year. Dzeko is the kind of guy that doesn't really play that well, but then he scores a goal, which
Yeah,
is,
out of nothing, basically.
yeah, I'm not really a fan of those players. I'd rather a striker that is involved in the play and maybe
Yeah.
is a little less prolific. I can't stand players who don't do much and then they get a goal. Of course,
Okay.
I'm not going to complain about the goals. A goal's a goal.
Yeah.
That's what we play football
Yeah,
for.
just out to Dow's quickly. He says, yeah, last year he scored in the win. In the winner, I think you scored, Atalanta scored against us and he got the goal. So yeah, you're right.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, he won't be there tomorrow, but in
So
the
what
second leg, maybe.
about because the guy I from a Liverpool point of view, obviously with Liverpool, we seem to be coming into a lot of good form in terms of in the last two games. We've kept 2 clean sheets, and I know obviously Burnley and Leicester are not of the caliber of Inter, but it's just nice to see those clean sheets. But for me, and you could tell me if I'm wrong because obviously you watch Inter more than I do, but the guy that I'm worried about the most is
Perisic.
That's the guy. That's the one I'm worried about the most.
I've honestly said, I said when I was speaking to a couple of friends of mine, I think if we do manage to go through, he's going to be absolutely fundamental.
He's a problem.
Like,
He's a problem.
yeah,
That
and
guy.
even aside from that, I mean, Liverpool, one of your, correct me if I'm wrong, but one of your main strengths is kind of Trent in the build up and
Yeah, I
Trent
know.
creativity.
Yeah,
But again, that kind of leaves the other side of the coin where Trent does leave that area vacated
and he
quite a
would
lot.
just ghost into them areas.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm hoping I've noticed a few goals this season. I mean, you guys haven't really conceded too much, but a lot of the goals you've conceded, while they're not directly, I don't blame Trent for them. It's the system that
It's a
Klopp's got him
system and
in.
the team has to
Yeah,
cover because
100%, 100%. But I mean, Henderson, I'm hoping Henderson plays. If I'm honest, I don't think. all respect to Henderson, he's done a great job for you guys. But
respectfully, I hope he doesn't, bro. That guy is
yeah,
the last month or so, he hasn't been the Henderson we need. He's not really been putting in the performances that warrant a captain's armband, if I'm honest. And
I mean,
this is me, and this is not me throwing any shade. I'm very honest in terms of what I see. Like, just in terms of even his performance against Burnley, it wasn't. He gave the ball away too many times, and when you get to these stages of the Champions League, you can't do that because there's players that will punish you. Like, and I know obviously we beat your rivals in the group
Milan.
stage,
Yeah.
but yeah, I just a quick thing which adds to my point. What's his name? Dow says, and Nazario, bro, what do you think of Barella being suspended? Would it end up shooting you guys in the foot? And yeah, that's a good point because he even in the Euros, he was quality. Him and there was another guy.
Locatelli.
That's the guy. That's the guy.
Yeah, I mean, bro, it's not gonna end up shooting us in the foot. It has already shot us in the foot.
Oh, wow.
Literally, I remember the Real Madrid game where he lashed out at was it Eder Militao?
Yeah.
That guy's a shit
stirrer. That guy Militao's a shit stirrer.
Yeah, I mean, as soon as Barella did that, everyone kind of knows violent conduct can get you 2 games of suspension.
Easily.
As soon as he did that, the whole of Inter Twitter was kind of straight away like, damn, Barella might miss the round of 16. Like, we weren't, because if we won that game, we would have gone top of the group. But after that red card, I didn't care about losing that game anymore. Like, I didn't mind coming. I was just mad about Barella missing this game. And then on top of that, to face Liverpool, which is probably the team where we need Barella the most against.
Yeah, to keep
in
the
terms
ball.
of, it's your intensity. You guys don't stop. And unfortunately, it's looking like Vidal is going to. I mean, I say unfortunately. I would have chosen Vidal as a replacement as well, but it's unfortunate that he is.
I don't trust that guy, bro.
Vidal he's just not got the legs anymore,
bro. He's not
got the legs.
He's not that guy that used to, because he used to play for Juve, innit?
Yeah, he was amazing for you, babe.
Yeah, he's dwindled, and I'm not saying this to take shots at Inter, but his level has dwindled down, man. Because he was another player that was there when we beat Barca 4-0, and he was in the team. So it's not, but on the other side, in terms of your defense as well, like and although I say I don't know much about your team, like I said, once we got the draw with yourselves, I was looking into your team. So just quickly, got a couple people in the chat. Ben says, man said he hopes Hendo plays. Rivals love our captain more than we do right now. Yeah, facts. And Trudon says, Hendo bench for Keita. He's way off form. Naby, Thiago, Fab. I need that. Yeah, so do I, bro. So do I. Also, as well, just a little bit off topic, Nazario. He says, when is the San Siro being knocked down? Will this be the last trip to the legendary stadium? Is it being knocked down?
No, it won't be in the next like year or so. It won't be anytime that soon. There's been talks of a new stadium for absolutely years now. It's really frustrating, man. You can't be a club of our stature and not own your stadium. You know, I mean, the Milan Council owns our stadium. It's absolutely ridiculous.
They're doing that, are they?
It's crazy, man. But within the next few years, Ben, I would be lying if I said I knew exactly when or if I knew the ins and outs of what's going on behind the scenes.
Yeah.
But I think within the next 5 years, maybe I'll give that as a rough time scale. And apparently, the same company that built Tottenham Stadium is actually going to be involved.
Even though Tottenham are a shit club, they got a good stadium. They got a stadium. But I wanted to, from your point of view as an Inter fan, and I know I know the names you're probably going to say, but what are there any particular players that you don't want us to see play on Wednesday?
What, from Liverpool side?
Yeah.
Bro, your whole team, man. Bro, right. So, I mean, at the back, I mean, Trent is Trent. Like I said, on the ball, I'm not gonna lie, I'm very worried. Yeah. When we dispossess you guys, and I'm hoping that we hit you hard down that left side.
Quick break in.
Pulisic. Van Dijk obviously is Van Dijk. Matip's going to be playing, right?
Well, this is the thing. I wouldn't be surprised if Kante comes into that game.
Okay.
Because he's been quality this season. He's only played about 5 or 6 games, but every time he's played, there's been a couple of times because he's still young. I think he's still growing into his body, but there's been a couple of games that, like, when he's played, I didn't realize how big the guy was. Like, I don't know who it was who played, and it was a Man United game. And what do you call it? Is it Bruno Fernandes? Bruno tried to hold him, and he just pushed Fernandes out the way. I was like, "Oh, scene, all right." So I think I won't be surprised if Kante played this game because I think Martinez versus Matip. Martinez is winning that foot race.
Bro, I'll be honest. From the things I'm seeing, I'm very worried. It looks like Dzeko and Sanchez might be starting.
Whoa.
Lautaro has. Listen, everyone knows I think of Lautaro.
I know, mate. You love that guy.
I love Lautaro. I think he's incredible. This season, it's a bit of a funny one with Lautaro because everyone was saying in the previous years that he's a brilliant footballer. He links up amazingly. Yeah. But we were saying that he's not clinical enough and he's not scoring enough goals. This season, he's still not been clinical, but. To be honest, today that is February, I'm not sure, but because he's barely scored in the past couple of months, right? But in December, his goal return was much better than it had been in previous seasons up until that point. But in my personal opinion, it's been his worst season so far for us in terms of.
Really? What do you think? Yeah. Just quickly, Ben says, "Please start the piano, man. That guy's washed."
Listen,
why? Yeah, good.
Premier League fans they still got Sanchez from United in their mind. Honestly,
he was washed at United, bro.
He was finished. Sanchez is honestly like a lot of Inter fans. We don't like him starting, but when he comes off the bench,
he's electrifying.
He just changes the pace of the game. He injects a lot of pace. Like he likes doing
different
this thing
tempo.
He just injects pure
urgency,
energy into the game. Urgency, energy. But when he starts from the beginning, he's very rarely had a good game this season. Like very rarely. I even remember once in the Italian Cup, right? Correa started up front. Correa got injured after about 3 minutes. Sanchez came on and had a good game. And people were making jokes that you can even bring him on after 2 minutes, but he has to come on as a sub because he can't start. Whenever he starts, he's just not that guy.
He doesn't have the same intensity. Because I think sometimes as well with impact players is when they start, they're starting, and this is not to take a dig at it now, but when you start the game, everybody's energy levels are
same
high.
level.
Exactly. But when you come in off the bench, people's energy levels have dropped. Yeah. You can then kind of impose yourself on them because your energy levels are high.
Exactly. And that's the thing with Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, go.
I was just going to say, with Lautaro, I don't see him being an option, a weapon off the bench the same way Sanchez is. I mean, Lautaro is not about that fast urgency that, injecting pace into the game. Lautaro is he's pure football. Like, he's all about his touch, the first touch, little drop of the shoulder. That's the kind of football Lautaro is, and he needs to develop in the final third. But if we start Jekyll Sanchez, I'm going to be very, very upset. I'll be honest.
I would be very happy with that starting lineup here, but that's from a Liverpool point of view. Just quickly, got a couple of comments. One from Abdullah says Hazard greater than Sanchez, even now and forever will be the case. This guy is a shithouser to the king of shithouser. This abs. Out to Trudeau. He says Alexis Stevie Wonder Sanchez ain't the one anymore. And just, another question for your backline. He says also, while going for Bastoni, is he definitely not fit?
He's back in training with the team. He should be playing. Don't think he's 100%, unfortunately.
Stick him in there then, God. Stick him in there.
I'll be honest, that injury last week looked really bad. I thought he was going to be out for a while. Like the way his ankle turned, I thought he was going to be out. So the fact that he's back so soon is a little bit worrying as well. But,
that's what I was going to ask. Do you think it's a case of because of the magnitude of the game, he doesn't want to miss it and he's kind of taking a risk with it? Or do you think he's going to be okay? Because sometimes players are their own worst enemy.
I know, and I mean it could be either the two. I'll be honest. I don't know him. I'm not in the Inter camp, so I don't know how bad the extent of the injury was. I don't know if he's kind of forced it to make it back or if he's actually okay. I hope he's good, but I'm gonna look out. Also for Sanchez, what he said on Sanchez, he's definitely not the one anymore. 100%. Sanchez, I just like him as an option off the bench.
Okay.
He still hasn't lost his class.
Yeah,
he's just not got the legs that he used to have, obviously.
Yeah, he's taking his toll on him. Okay, so look, we're gonna because I know the game's gonna be starting soon. So let me get your starting. If you were Inzaghi, give me your starting lineup.
My starting lineup would be Andanovic. Unfortunately, that's the best goalie option we have.
Unfortunately,
Skriniar, De Vrij, Bastoni. Dumfries, pains me to say Vidal, Brozovic, Çalhanoğlu, Perisic, and then me personally, I would bench Dzeko. I wouldn't even, although I said Sanchez.
Oh no, Dzeko!
I would bench Dzeko. Yeah, I don't want Dzeko starting. I'll be honest. I would start Lautaro, Sanchez, Van Dijk, and Konate if you're starting. But even Matip, they're both very physical. Dzeko he's a physical striker, but he's 36 years old.
He ain't got the minerals like that no more.
Van Dijk, if it comes to a physical battle, Van Dijk will absolutely annihilate him. So there's no point of, honestly, there's no point of putting him in for that reason. Don't get twisted. Dzeko is not just physicality. Dzeko's an artist, bro. Like he paints football, literally.
I remember him from City.
He's just not got the legs. So me personally, I would start two strikers who don't rely on physicality at all and are more to do with mobility, just to give Van Dijk and Matip / Konate a bit more of a headache. I feel like Dzeko he'll get cancelled. I hope I'm wrong, but I feel like he'll get cancelled out of the game.
Okay.
So I don't know. What about you with Liverpool?
So for me, just quickly, we'll come to that question after. But yeah, for me, I would start Trent, Konate, VVD, Robbo. Midfield, I would go with Fabinho, Thiago, Keita, and then it's tricky up front.
You got options now up front. And,
yeah, you know what? I would start with Mane, Jota, and Salah, and leave Diaz and a couple other men for the task force if they needed, if special ops are needed, to come and change it. I want to change the game. Yeah. But just a quick question before you go.
Right.
I know we discussed this backstage, but Trudon says, "Well, would you take Lukaku?"
Ooh, I see the question.
Yeah. Would you take him back?
Would I take Lukaku back? Would I take him back? That's. There's a lot in that question, man. It's not really a simple yes or no.
All right. Well, give me a short answer for now, and then when we come back, we'll go into it again.
Financially, there's no way we can afford him. But in terms of, I would. I'll be honest.
He's back in a heartbeat. He's better than what you got at the moment.
He's better than Dzeko, man. It's pretty simple. It's quite clear to see. Inzaghi's made do without him. He's done an amazing job without him. But
does it feel like he's put he's put a plaster over a gum wound or what?
100%. But the thing is, Shigs, like when it comes to Italy, you have to remember last season we won the league by 12 points. 13 points. I can't remember exactly. Yeah. Like we ran away with it. Like, we won it with 4 or 5 games to. I can't remember exactly. Maybe even 3, 4, 5 games to spare.
Oh,
right?
You had some in the tank left. Yeah.
Yeah. Like we were, like in my opinion, by far and away the best team in Italy. That's why even when we did lose Lukaku, Hakimi, and Eriksen. Yeah. Like anyone who knows me, they'll tell you I still am. Even though Milan are ahead of us now by 1 point, we got a game in hand. I'm still completely comfortable. I'll be honest. I don't see a world where we lose the Scudetto. Like I think we're definitely going to win.
That shows how good a job Inzaghi is doing. If you're that confident.
Yeah. I mean, my confidence, and it comes from my back line. I'll be honest. Skriniar, De Vrij has been a bit off this season, but he's still been a top defender for years, so I'm not going to cancel him out just yet. But De Vrij, Bastoni, and Skriniar with Brozovic and Barella in front of them, that's where my confidence comes from. If you get me.
Okay, listen, it's been an absolute pleasure. Don't worry, people. I know you'll be screaming out, is there going to be another one? Yes, there will be. When it comes to halftime in the first leg, when the first leg is done, we will be back. I think when's the next leg? Is it next week? The following leg is it?
No, 8th of March, bro. It's
like so it'll be 2 weeks away. So we've done the pre.
3?
Yeah,
I think it's 3. 3.
Oh yeah, free. Yeah. Sorry, just before we go, people are putting some comments in. Attitude, and he says, "Nah, AC Milan are winning the league this season." Easy, bro. Easy. They're not easy on this thing, bro.
Trudon, put your money where your mouth is, Trudon, man.
Yeah. He's calling you out, Trudon. He's calling you out. But yeah, we'll listen. The game's tomorrow. Before the second leg starts, me and Nazario will go over the first game and then hopefully put forward what we hope that will happen in the second leg. Nazario, listen, bro, thank you for coming on, man. It's been an absolute pleasure. And we will do this again soon, people. I know the PSG, man. No, my pleasure, bro. Thank you for coming on. I know the PSG. That's all good, bro. I know the PSG.
I just want to say, what's your prediction for the game?
Oh, sorry. My prediction for the game, I'm going to say 2-0. I'm going to say 2-0. Yeah, 2-0 to Liverpool. I just think.
San Siro.
Yeah, I just think, and this is no shade on Inter, but I just think Liverpool are just a very seasoned team in the Champions League now. Like they know how to go away and win. Like I wouldn't be. I say 2-0. I wouldn't be surprised if you got a goal, but I just think that the way we're playing at the moment and the solidity that we have, even though Inter are a good team. I think you not having Barella in that midfield and having Vidal in there is going to cause you more problems than it's going to cause us. Does that make sense?
Yeah, nah, I can't argue with that. Yeah, we're going to slap you though, but yeah.
Okay, give me a score then. Give me a score. Come on.
4-0. No, I'm joking.
All right, like that, yeah.
No, I'm playing. Don't. People suck this on Twitter.
Don't worry, I'm not gonna clip it up, bro. I'm not gonna clip it up.
I'll say. It's hard. I'm sorry, I can never predict.
You could
my
never
team
go
to
against your
lose.
own team, bruv. Never.
Yeah, I'm gonna give us a 2-1 or a 1-0. A 2-1
Okay.
or a
All
1-0.
right. That's fair
And there's
enough.
no away goals. There's no away goals.
Yeah,
so-
yeah. Just quickly, I know I said we were going to close up, but how do you feel about that? Do you think it takes anything away?
I don't really know how to feel about it. I'll be honest. I don't really think much of it right now. I think for us it's beneficial in this game. I think it would have been worse because I think I say 1-0. I'm edging more towards 2-1. I think you will get at least one goal.
Sorry, bro. Sorry, bro.
So
Ben just said he clipped that. Sorry, bro. He said these men are quick, bro. These men are quick. These men are quick. But listen, it should be an interesting game. I think it'll be an open game. For me, I think it makes the games a little bit more interesting because teams don't have to worry about away goals. They can just play the game. I'm hoping that's the effect that it has on it. But again, we'll have to see. That should be the effect. But I mean, yeah, like you said, we can only wait and see. Yeah, well, there you go. Listen, Desario, absolute pleasure. Just one more comment. Abdullah says, Ben, on God, you're shameless.
Bro, I've had Ben on Twitter, man.
There you go. It follows us everywhere. On that note, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to call it a day, but we'll be back in 2 or 3 weeks' time for the second leg preview. I hope you've enjoyed. Nazario, I hope you enjoyed, mate. Pleasure having you on. Take care, people, and we will see you in a couple of weeks' time.
Good luck tomorrow, man. I hope you get slapped.
Listen, I hope you get beat like you stole something.